stories you are about to see are real. The rewards up to $5 million are real. This is Crime Reports and Rewards with Griff Griffin and Dave Michaels, where you stay anonymous, the criminals don't. I'm Dave Michaels with this week's edition of Spot Crime, where we highlight crimes reported in the CSRA. We've had 82 assaults around the CSRA. They took place on the 3000 block of Deansbridge Road, the 1000 block of River Ridge Road, the 1900 block of Williams Drive, the 2300 block of Caribbean Court, the 4400 block of Brothersville Road, the 1700 block of West Valley Parkway, the 1900 block of Hicks Street, the 600 block of Crawford Avenue, the 200 block of East Taylor Street, the 1900 block of Kissing Bow Road, the 2100 block of Stevens Road, the 100 block of Fox Trace Drive, the 700 block of Hall Street, the 4900 block of Horseshoe Road, the 1700 block of Rusk Drive, the 4100 block of Mark Walter Road, the 1900 block of Preston Drive, the 2300 block of Tudor Drive, the 3400 block of the Mike Paget Highway, the 2300 block of Henry Court, the 2000 block of Dallas Drive, the 1900 block of Roy's Lane, Chafee Avenue, the 600 block of Broad Street, the 800 block of Broad Street, and the 1900 block of Broad Street, the 2700 block of Barton Chapel Road, the 2000 block of East Boundary, the 500 block of Hines Street, the 2000 block of 3rd Avenue, the 2700 block of Edwards Drive, the 100 block of Fisher Court, the 3200 block of Wrightsboro Road, the 1300 block of Helpsome McBeam Road, the 1000 block of River Ridge Drive, the 1800 block of Wiles Road, the 3100 block of Peach Orchard Road, the 2000 block of Boykin Road, the 3100 block of Floyd Drive, the 1500 block of Broad Street, Green Street, the 2200 block of Sasser Lane, the 2600 block of Cranbrook Drive, the 2000 block of Kennedy Drive, the 1700 block of Tamarad Way, the 2400 block of Amsterdam Road, the 2300 block of Berlin Drive, the 700 block of Brunswick Avenue, the 4000 block of Goshen Lane, the 1900 block of Tobacco Road, the 2000 block of 3rd Avenue, the 3800 block of Mike Paget Highway, the 3800 block of Wendell Street, the 3200 block of Rutherford Avenue, the 3300 block of Young Forest Drive, the 300 block of Green Street, the 2400 block of Plantation Road, the 2200 block of Holland Street, the 2100 block of Kingsley Court, the 800 block of Broad Street, the 3100 block of Skinner Mill Road, the 3000 block of Deansbridge Road, the 2500 block of Friar Lane, the 2300 block of Old Barton Chapel Road, the 900 block of Broad Street, the 4500 block of Greystone Drive, the 700 block of Brunswick Avenue, the 200 block of Church Street, the 1800 block of Jenkins Street, the 2900 block of DeHollow Drive, the 3300 block of Burton Drive, the 200 block of Deerfield Lane, the 3300 block of Wrightsboro Road, the 1800 block of Valley Park Drive, the 4100 block of Daisy Lane, the 2500 block of Shalimar Drive, the 2000 block of 2nd Avenue, the 2100 block of Silverdale Road, the 2100 block of Walton Way, the 2800 block of Washington Road, the 3000 block of Strickland Court, and the 2700 block of Glen Hills Drive. We've had 23 burglaries. They've occurred on the 2300 block of Deansbridge Road, the 3700 block of Oslo Road, the 2000 block of Brown Road, the 4100 block of Mark Walter Road, the 2900 block of Peach Orchard Road, the 2900 block of Old Louisville Road, the 2200 block of Tudor Drive, the 2900 block of Shadow Ridge Drive, the 4300 block of Fair Bluff Road, the 3000 block of Washington Road, the 1400 block of Walton Way, the 2600 block of Carrington Drive, the 3100 block of Old Louisville Road, the 2800 block of Thomas Lane, the 4500 block of Ederle Road, the 1000 block of Adrian Street, the 2500 block of Redoubt Court, the 1600 block of Fenwick Street, the 1600 block of Floyd Street, the 4100 block of Mark Walter Road, the 1500 block of Sea & South Drive, the 2000 block of Wiles Road, and the 3400 block of DeHart Court. We've had 7 robberies around the CSRA on the 1800 block of Watkins Street, the 2300 block of Milledgeville Road, the 1900 block of Windsor Springs Road, 15th Street, the 1900 block of Kissing Bough Road, the 2400 block of Bahama Drive, and the 3400 block of the Mike Paget Highway. 3 charges of reckless conduct on the 2000 block of T-Bow Road, the 1900 block of Murphy Road, and the 2600 block of the Peach Orchard Road. And we've had 1 drug arrest on the 3600 block of Wheeler Road. If you know anything about these crimes or any other crimes, call our toll-free tip line at 1-800-222-TIPS or email your tip to tips@AugustaCrimeStoppers.org, where you may remain anonymous and may get a cash reward.
The Richmond County Sheriff's Office is seeking the public's assistance in identifying the above-pictured suspect and vehicle. On 10/14/13 at approximately 11:45 hours, the above-pictured suspect, seen in a still shot in the store, pulled up to the gas pumps at 3309 Peach Orchard Road in what appears to be a black, newer model Chevrolet Impala. See the attached still photo of a similar vehicle. The suspect enters the store and purchases gas at the pump for his vehicle. A white Cadillac is seen pulling up to the adjacent gas pump when the suspect was finished with his. The victim can be seen on video exiting her vehicle and entering the business to purchase gas. At that time, the suspect enters his vehicle and the suspect's passenger exits the vehicle and enters the victim's vehicle and steals her purse. Both suspects can then be seen on video leaving the area in the vehicle after the theft. If you think you know who or where this black male purse thief may be, please call Sergeant Michael Shane McDaniel or any other investigator at 706-821-1080 or call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or email your tips to tips@AugustaCrimeStoppers.org, where you can remain anonymous and get paid. Now for a Crime Stoppers update on the Cadillac purse thieves case. Our AugustaCrimeStoppers.org Facebook page lit up with comments on this theft, so we thought we'd share what people are saying. To which Crime Stopper Stanley Steele wrote, "They ought to give her the 5-star Dumb Move of the Year award." To which Augusta Crime Stoppers replied, "They may get away with it. A big news event, the case grows cold, they get away with it. Looks like it's not their first time." To which Crime Stopper Stanley Steele replied, "What kind of planet they live on? I'm as rural community as that there is, and even I lock my vehicle. You just can't fix stupid." Then Crime Stopper Katie Mason wrote, "It's not her fault, so don't blame it on her." To which Augusta Crime Stoppers replied, Thank you, Katie. Nobody said a word about the thieves. Then Brando Roberts joined in and wrote, "They can't zoom in and see the tag number. I'm sure they can, but the question is, will they?" Then Janie and Mike Sims wrote, "Who leaves a purse in the car with doors unlocked?" Then Ben Newsom joined in and wrote, "Beautiful South Augusta," to which Crime Stopper Stanley Steele replied, "You are right. We should not have to lock up anything, but people should not be murdered, young children should not be raped, kidnapped, killed, but they are, and it's the world we live in and the price we pay because of liberal judges. And no, it's not her fault, but how many warnings do you get before you take heed you don't sleep with your house unlocked?" Then Lisa Litchie Cheek joined in and wrote, "And that is why I always lock my car door." Then Michael Hauser joined in and wrote, "She looked in the front and back 8 times as if it was going to appear. Seems oblivious to the thought she could have ever been robbed. Poor lady, I hope they catch them. I think it's a Malibu, not an Impala, probably an LT. Folks don't realize that criminals are everywhere, not just downtown. The hint would have been if they had already bought their gas, why are they not leaving? Always watch who is near you in their car. If you see a suspicious person near you just sitting in their car when they should be leaving, drive to the other side of the pumps and hit your remote locks, or you could lose more than just your stuff. If you know who or where these black male criminals are, please call Sergeant Shane McDaniel at 706-821-1003 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, where you can remain anonymous and get paid. If you'd like to join in on this discussion or many others, go to Facebook, search for AugustaCrimeStoppers.org, and then like us. You'll receive the latest updates on who is coming through a window near you, with cash rewards offered to stop fleeing and evading felons. Remember, when you remove the 10% that commit the 90% of the crimes, the life you save may be your own.
And now, this Crime Reports and Rewards special report.
This week, WJBF Channel 6 TV reporter Dee Griffin called Augusta Crime Stoppers about a letter written to Mayor Deek about demolishing the projects because they breed crime and despair. On our Facebook page, a local reader commented that if the projects breed crime, but the government funds housing for people to live there, doesn't that mean the government breeds crime? To which Augusta Crime Stoppers replied, "Yes, sometimes the best of intentions become attractive nuisances. The close proximity of women and children in projects all over have resulted in their deaths and maimings because thugs love to blend in at projects. Then, when the gunfire erupts from the homeboys trying to defend their turf against real bad guys trying to hide or intimidate folks into hiding them, people die that would not have died if the attractive nuisance had not lured them to their deaths. Have a tip that can take the 10% that commit 90% of the crimes off the streets, like this armed and dangerous robber named Brendan Gray? Call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or email your tip to tips@AugustaCrimeStoppers.org, where you can remain anonymous and get paid. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office reports 3 black males robbed a local Family Dollar and led a bunch of local police on a wild, high-speed chase down Washington Road, almost killing several motorists. Police say one of the robbers was this black male named Johnny Weaver. The Sheriff's Office wants you to know this suspect in this chase, Johnny Weaver, is not in custody. Johnny Weaver is a black male who's 39 years of age. He's 5 foot 4 inches tall. He weighs 155 pounds, and his last known address was 2045 5 Southwest 92nd Street, Cutler Bay, Florida, 33189. Warrants are on file for 4 counts of armed robbery and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. The suspect's photo is from the Florida Department of Corrections. If you know where this black male is, please call Lieutenant Calvin Chu of the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at 706-821-1028 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or email your tips to tips@AugustaCrimeStoppers.org where you can remain anonymous and get paid. North Augusta Department of Public Safety needs your help finding a burglary suspect named Devontae Kimbrell, who is suspected of beating to death a furry family member named Peanut. Devontae Kimbrell is also suspected of stealing Mr. Mims of North Augusta's TVs, watches, cameras, money, and a GPS. Devontae Kimbrell is suspected of killing the family pet named Peanut because the dog was trying to protect his master's house. Mr. Mims told News 12's George Lopez that when they found Peanut beaten to death laying there with blood coming out of his mouth, the air just went out of him. Peanut was like family and that they weren't going away. They were going to get him. If you think you know where Devontae Kimbrell may be, please call investigator Luke Sherman of the North Augusta Department of Public Safety at 803-279-2121 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS where you can remain anonymous and get paid. Now for our Crime Stopper special report, how to describe a suspect. To capture a criminal in these highly mobile times, it is of the utmost importance for the police to promptly obtain an accurate description. Following are some of the most important identifiers the police need to apprehend criminal suspects. Keep this information in mind so you can give the police an accurate description of any criminal or criminal incident you may observe. Local information is critical. Observe where you are and the exact location of the crime. Try to remember if you've ever seen the suspect in the area before. Note the time as precisely as possible. Observe if the suspect is carrying a weapon, if so, what type, revolver, handgun, shotgun, knife, etc. If the suspect leaves the scene, note the direction of flight. If the suspect is in a vehicle, note as much of the following information as possible. Vehicle type, auto, truck, van, etc., color, make, and model, condition, dirty, damaged, etc., and license plate numbers. Note also if the vehicle has no license plates or a license applied for, sticker in the rear windshield, or watch for decoys and accomplices. A variety of general description information about the suspect should be noted. Sex, race, or national origin, age, estimated height, use comparisons with your own height, a door, or some other standard measure, weight, estimated, build, fat, husky, slim, muscular, etc. The facial information is also important. Hair. Note the color, texture, hairline, style, also possible dyes or wigs. Forehead. Note forehead height and whether the skin is smooth, creased, or wrinkled. Eyes. Note the color, shape, round, slanted, whether clear or bloodshot, and the heaviness of eyelashes and eyebrows. Nose. Overall shape, long, wide, flat, etc. And nostrils. Wide, narrow, flared are important. Cheeks. Is the flesh sunken, filled out, dried, or oily? Are there wrinkles around nose or mouth? Are cheekbones high, low, wide, or narrow? Ears. Note size and prominence, protruding or flat against the head. Mouth. Are lips thin, medium, full? Do corners turn up, turn down, or are they level? Chin. What is the shape? Round, oval, pointed, square, double chin, dimpled, cleft? Neck. Note protruding Adam's apple or hanging jowls. Complexion. Note pores, pockmarks, acne, razor rash, and bumps. Facial hair. Clean shaven, unshaven, beard, mustache, goatee, sideburns. Tattoos. Shape and style, and on what part of the body. One more reason not to have tattoos. Clothing information is also very important. Hat, note the color, style, ornaments, how is it worn, heel forward, backward, or to one side. Coat, note color and style, suit, coat, jacket, top coat, or overcoat. Shirt, blouse, dress, note the color, design, sleeves, and collar. Trousers, slacks, skirts, note the color, style, and cuffs. Socks, note the color, pattern, and length. Shoes, note the color, style, brand name for sneakers if possible, and the condition. Accessories, sweater, scarf, gloves, or necktie. Jewelry, rings, watches, bracelets, and necklaces. General appearance, neat or sloppy, clean or dirty. Oddities, look for clothing too large or too small, odd colors, patchwork. Look for other physical features or peculiarities. Their voice, is it high pitch, low pitch? What's the tone? Is it raspy? Do they have a lisp? Their speech, are they articulate, uneducated? Do they have an accent? Do they use slang? Their gait, do they walk slowly? Do they walk fast? Do they have a limp? You'll never be able to remember all of these details about any one suspect you may see, but remembering as many as possible can be particularly helpful to the police and to your community. If you forget any of these features, go to Facebook and search for AugustaCrimeStoppers.org, where you can join in discussions concerning this list.
I'm Dave Michaels with this special report. With Halloween fast approaching, it's time to think about how to keep your ghosts and goblins safe this Halloween. Crime Reports and Rewards presents these Halloween safety tips.
My name is Emily, and I'm going to be a rock star.
My name is Kevin, and I'm going to be Batman.
I'm not going to wear a mask because it's too stuffy.
Masks are a blast. This one's tight, but I'm going to make it work.
You should avoid masks. If your child does need to wear one, make sure the eye holes and mouth holes are big enough that they can see and breathe easily.
I love my costume. It fits just right. I can wear long sleeve if it gets cold.
I made my costume. It's a little long, but that's okay. It still looks cool.
Make sure costumes are roomy enough for clothes to be worn underneath, but short enough to avoid tripping. Light-colored, flame-resistant costumes are best, and make sure the face paints are non-toxic.
My mom's going to go trick-or-treating with me. It's safer, especially when it's dark.
No way. I'm going with my buddies. Parents are a drag.
Children under 10 should have a trusted grown-up come along. Remember to remind your child to walk instead of running from home to home, have a flashlight, and avoid busy streets with no sidewalks. For older kids, remind them to stick to their curfew and to stick with their friends.
I had dinner before trick-or-treating. I'm going to show my mom the candy before eating it.
I'm starved. What's this, a homemade cookie?
Parents, feed your children a healthy dinner before they go out trick-or-treating. Ask that they don't snack on candy so that you can make sure the treats look safe before your child enjoys them. Don't allow your child to eat any homemade foods they receive. They're a no-no. Finally, check all the ingredients listed to avoid any food allergies. You can have a ghoulish good time if you just remember to play it safe.
And remember, many churches or civic organizations have Halloween parties. That might be a good alternative to trick-or-treating. Have a happy and safe Halloween from Crime Reports and Rewards.
With Halloween fast approaching, Crime Reports wants to warn our fans who happen to be kids that getting out on the road to enjoy Halloween can be deadly. 2 years ago, someone hit 9-year-old Donovan Brown with a red-colored van or SUV as he walked home from Plantation Blood on Travis Road in Hepzibah. Witnesses say the driver stopped, then took off. Police are looking for a red-colored van or SUV. All that was left behind was a piece of the van or SUV's front grille. If you think you know where police may find this Halloween hit-and-run driver, please call investigators Bill Lacey or Blaze Dresser at 706-821-1080. or AugustaCrimeStoppers.org at 706-722-1010 for a cash reward.
And now, this Crime Reports and Rewards special report.
Last night on MSNBC, Rachel Maddow covered the Veterans March that took place over the weekend. And in stereotypical mainstream fashion, she deliberately distorted and falsified the facts surrounding the protest. First, she made it look like the Veterans March was organized by the Tea Party, led by Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin. And she said it was a small demonstration and once again pulled out the race card, insinuating that the veterans rally was somehow racially motivated.
Vaguely threatening but incoherent is a patented thing with these folks. It has never, ever held them back. Like, say, this guy who brought the Confederate flag to the rally to wave it in front of the White House. Yes, an African-American family lives in that house now. But hey, I think the idea here was more about waving a Confederate flag in front of a house where a black family lives than it was about anything specific related to the Marines.
And of course, they kept showing footage of this one guy who was out there with his Confederate flag, but failed to show the incredible amount of veterans who showed up, including, yes, black veterans. And that's because most everyone is extremely outraged right now about the Obama administration putting up barricades and denying veterans access to our nation's memorials.
Y'all need to perform the Constitution you took the oath to do. These veterans served our country. They put their life in line on the line for you, for our country, and you're going to block their access to the memorial? Surely you got more dignity and respect than that. You going to spit on their graves as well when they die?
But Rachel Maddow's lying to her audience got worse. She claimed that the veterans, for example, were throwing the barricades at the White House, which did not happen.
They then picked up the barricades that were around the closed World War II memorial and dragged the barricades over to the White House and hurled the barricades at the White House.
But the big lie was when she told her audience that the police were not getting paid.
Then the protesters went home, so the police, who through no fault of their own are working without being paid, the police had to pick up those barriers, drag them back to where they came from, and keep working their shifts without being paid because of the shutdown that these folks made happen.
Wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Notice they keep showing a video loop of a veteran who is pushing one of the riot police backwards. What MSNBC failed to show their audience was the fact that it was the riot police who lashed out at veterans first. You can clearly see this cop pushing the veteran before the veteran pushes back. MSNBC deliberately edited that part out of the video. And as far as the cops not being paid during the shutdown, it's on record that all patrol and riot police are seen as essential. They're all on duty and they're all getting paid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little backup.
So the police that are getting yelled at there are working without pay while the shutdown goes on. And working without pay includes now getting screamed at for being at work.
Is there any threat? Is there any law being broken?
And there were a lot of World War II veterans that showed up for the march over the weekend, and no World War II veteran should be denied access to the Iwo Jima Memorial or the World War II Memorial or to any other memorial for that matter. And the fact that they were denied access should be a wake-up call to us all. The enemy is no longer foreign, it is domestic. So remember, you can't trust MSNBC, you can't trust Rachel Maddow, and don't fall for the race card. Those memorials belong to us, each and every one of us. And as long as they're out there putting up barricades, it's up to all of us to get out there, support our veterans, tear those barricades down, and send a clear message to Obama that we're not about to back down. I'm Darren McBreen for Infowars.com.
You've been watching Crime Reports and Rewards with Griff Griffin and Dave Michaels, where you stay anonymous. The criminals don't. If you have any information on these or any other crimes, call our national tip line at 1-800-222-TIPS. Well, you'll stay anonymous and could get a cash reward. You can see this or any other episode of Crime Reports and Rewards on the web anytime at crimereportsandrewards.com. Crime Reports and Rewards is a production of Michaels Media.